Leos, hello, welcome to this channel. Thank you for being here. I hope you are doing well. This is your birthday month, so happy birthday to you. And yeah, very special month. I hope you have a wonderful, amazing year ahead. And I hope you have a wonderful celebration. So, again, happy birthday. Now, let's begin and see what's coming through for you. And you can use this for your sun, moon, and rising sign. And if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email to schedule a reading. Okay, now let's see what's coming through for you. Leos, 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 August. So your season, I am reading on in July actually on what's the date today? Today is July 11th, sorry. I will publish it tomorrow. And your season begins on the 22nd of July. That's when sun moves into your sign on the 22nd, and we will be in your season. Amazing. All right. And the new moon in your sign is happening on the 24th, okay? So new moons are all about new beginning. 24th of July. All right. So Leos, your cards are moon. Oh my God, we were just talking about the moon. Something to do with the new moon in your sign, which is happening this month on the 24th. Covered by Wheel of Fortune. Yes, this is your birthday month, and you are moving into a new cycle. This has to do with new beginnings, a new cycle starting for you. For the subconscious, you have strength. Oh wow, this is ruled by your sign. Oh my God, what the heck is going on, Leo? Synchronicities. So this is your card showing up. You are in your elements this month. For the past, you have Five of Pentacles. That's nice. That's in the past now. Okay, for the conscious position, you have Nine of Cups. And for the immediate future, Five of Swords. And the advice card for the month of August, Page of Wands. Okay, that's your energy. And environment, you have Three of Swords. Okay, opportunities, King of Wands, that's you. Again, you are in your elements. This month is all about you. Perfect. And final outcome card, Judgment. That is her Queen of Cups is also here. Perfect. So, okay, so Queen of Cups here has to do with self-care. So this is the month where you are focusing on you. I told you this is all about you. And Queen of Cups is maternal energy. So this is you taking care of yourself, doing something nice for yourself, or it could also be you taking up a spiritual practice, something that grounds your energy, something that helps you be more centered and grounded, things like that. So very calming, nurturing, nourishing energy. So it could also be someone you are dealing with, a water sign, so Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio energy coming through. Yeah, or this is again, like I said, maternal energy. So it could be this, you are in that energy, motherhood. So it may have something to do with home, family, people you love. Yes, but this is also you taking care of yourself, because that's needed. In the environment, you have Three of Swords. It feels like, and you are moving past Five of Pentacles energy. This could be the energy of this month, July. Okay, so maybe for some of you, you are this is exhaustion, physical exhaustion, emotional exhaustion, and it could also be you doing something. It could be travel for some of you, you trying to figure things out, and health related challenges. So but you are moving past it. This is where I'm seeing you taking care of yourself. This is also recovery. And if you are not well, then yes, it becomes even more important to take care of your health. So no, I'm reading for August. If you are watching this in July, know what's going on. and how you want to make some time for you, how you can prioritize your health so you don't have to go through health related issues next month. Okay, so I will come back to that card. So for the subconscious, you have a strength card. Strength is ruled by your sign. This is where you are confronting your own fears. And fear can show up in several ways. It could be fear of losing someone, fear of losing something, um, fear of the future, self doubts, things like that. So but this is where you are handling them beautifully. So certain things may seem kind of difficult, but when you start doing them, it won't appear that difficult. So environment, you have three of swords. Three of swords could mean you either healing from a breakup, healing from some disappointments, or it could also be health related, but this is in the environment. Okay, so it could be either you going through something, or it could be what's happening in the environment. um, but this is where you are uh, facing whatever it is that you are coming across, and you are handling things beautifully. This is you are doing everything with a lot of grace and patience. So yes. So in the past position, you have Five of Pentacles. Five of Pentacles is, like I said, emotional exhaustion, physical exhaustion. It could also be health related. But this is also where it feels like maybe you have several things to do, and maybe you don't have the energy, or maybe you have to figure things out yourself. So, or whatever is happening in the environment, maybe if someone is going through something, it could be that you are taking care of someone, and because of that, what I want to say is, if you are exhausted, um, you also want to make some time for you, take care of yourself, fill your own cup so you can take care of the situations that you are coming across. So yeah, self-care is extremely important this month. And in the center of the reading, you have Moon and the Wheel of Fortune. So Moon is again maternal energy. So something to do with home and family, whatever is happening there. On the other hand, yes, you might come across some fears. Not sure what this is about. Old fears is what I'm saying. However, it's all about being aware of them, Leo, and not letting them control you. Okay, so here you have King of Wands. So King of Wands is a card of staying more organized and handling things, and managing is what this energy is about. So yes, it's so it's about acknowledging. I don't want to sugarcoat anything, like yeah, it's about acknowledging what is, the circumstances you are coming across, the challenges you are coming across. um, yeah, so and then finding a way to move through these challenges, and doing whatever needs to be done. So King of Wands energy has to do with getting things done. So regardless of what's going on, you are still getting things done. You are staying focused on your priorities, what needs to be done. So it could be that you are single-handedly taking care of everything. I'm not sure if you have help around, but yeah, so know what needs to be, what can you do, if you like, I mean, it could be reaching out to your community, friends, family, getting professional help, things like that, so you can move through the move navigate the situations that you are coming across, um, without letting it affect you in some way. So getting detached, if this has if this has nothing to do with you, then it's about understanding how you can stay detached, disconnected, so you can fully be there. Because what happens is when someone is going through something like pain, disappointments, whatever the case may be, we feel the same, when this is someone we love, whatever it is that they are going through, we feel the same way. And that weakens our spirit. When if we let that affect us, that weakens our spirit, and then we won't be able to fully be there, fully be able to support them in whatever challenges they are coming across. So we have to find a way to detach ourselves, and but stay in the midst of it, so we can support them. But we don't want to let that affect us. Yes, it's kind of difficult, but it's possible. So that's what's happening here. Yes, moon. Yes, something to do with old fears. So just be aware of what this is all about and how you can handle them. But again, Wheel of Fortune here has to do with patterns. Because you are moving into a new cycle, Leo. This is your birthday month. Things may come up, and that always happens during our birthday months, when we are starting a new cycle. But this is also making you aware that this still exists. Um, be aware of your own emotions, but know how you want to, but how you want to respond to these emotional situations. So it's important to be aware of your own emotional nature, your own emotional connections and responses to situations that you are coming across, because this is also a turning point. This is also an opportunity for you to break out of old patterns, old ways of doing things, and respond in a new way. So know what you can do differently this time around, how can you approach it, uh, yeah, how you want to approach these situations, and not fall back on old ways of doing things. So an opportunity is what I want to say. So with the Wheel of Fortune, the energy is reminding you, you have the power. So it's important you be in charge. Take charge, Leo. Take control. Because you can. It depends upon you how you want to be on the driver's seat, is what I want to say, and move the vehicle in. Uh, you know. Um, in the direction where you want to go. So you want to go in the direction where you want to go. So don't let what's happening, the emotional situations that you are coming across, influence you, but you want to be on the driver's seat and take charge, take control of your life, because you have the power. And yeah, this is a card of leadership. So this is all about taking control and taking initiatives and doing what needs to be done. So the ball is in your court. Yes, so this month you may feel kind of sensitive. It could be happening around the new moon and full moon times. Just be aware of what's happening. It's all about just being aware of what's happening in our body. Whenever we feel kind of down and emotional, then it's important to know how we can take care of ourselves. So we don't so we can stay on the surface. We don't want to get carried away. So that's important to know. But what I'm seeing here with Nine of Cups, this is in your subconscious position. So for some, this could be emotional eating. Food is what this is and what this is about. So it could be that there are certain things happening, but are you what I want to say is, just know, again, I don't want to sugarcoat. Just know, like, whether you are avoiding them, whether you are still on the fence about something, whether it could be a temporary situation. I'm not sure what exactly you are coming across. It could be like, we don't want to be we want to be aware of our own emotions and feelings and don't not distract ourselves, because sometimes we don't, none of us like conflicts, and this energy of conflict is also coming through here. None of us like conflicts, none of us like emotional situations. We all want to feel peaceful and happy and joyful, right? But then life is something else. We always come across some ups and downs when we are least expecting them. So instead of avoiding them, this is the energy is reminding you, do you want to acknowledge what's going on and not distract yourself? So by that, what I mean is, for some, this may have something to do with procrastination. There maybe there is a valid reason. Sometimes procrastination is good, actually, because for instance, when we have to make a decision and we are still thinking about things, when we procrastinate and not rush into anything, then we might come across some new insights, new ideas on how to handle things. So in that way, procrastination is actually good. So discernment is important here. So now what's happening and how you are responding to these situations. For some, it could be like food, drinks, shopping, things like that. So falling back on complacency is something to be mindful of. Complacency, comfort, something to be mindful of. But again, just reading the energy, no judgments. Maybe there is something that you are coming across and this is what the situation demands, but make your own decisions. But just be aware of what's going on though. All right, so yes, with the moon card, if you are feeling sensitive, I would also say just be aware of what's happening in the environment, because it could be that if you are an empath, then maybe you will pick up on others' energies. So just know if whatever it is that you are feeling, know if this is something that you are coming across, or if it has something to do with collective energy, what's happening in the environment. Okay, because that can also be very draining. Sometimes when we are around somebody, we feel drained, even though there is no conversation or anything like that, but still we feel kind of that sense of anxiety, restlessness when we are around somebody. It could be that maybe you are sensitive to energies, so just be aware where you are, how you are feeling about things, and how you can stay more detached and disconnected, so you don't pick up on energies that are not yours in the first place. And so protecting your own energy is important, protecting your space is important, saying no is important. So before, with King of Wands, okay, this is in the position of opportunities. This is how you are, because you have strength in the subconscious, and then King of Wands, so you are in your elements and your energy is all about taking on additional responsibilities. So that's where you are coming from this month, and that can be very exhausting, also disappointing, because maybe you are there for someone, but whenever you need them, maybe they won't be there, so that will be disappointing. And so just be aware of that energy before saying, like, if something is when it comes to duties, responsibilities, your daily task, before saying yes, just think about things. With this, it feels like you will just say yes to whatever is coming your way, Leo, because that's your nature. You don't say no to things. It's because you can do them. And however, that can also make you feel drained out completely, and then you won't have energy for the things that are important for you. And if you are not if that energy is not reciprocated, and if you are not getting what you want, then you will feel that sense of anger, resentments, things like that. So just be aware of the relationship dynamics, where you are, who you are with, how much you are taking on, what's the trade-off here, and what is it that you are getting in return. It's not about being transactional, but sometimes it's very disappointing, speaking from my own experience. When you are you know going above and beyond, but when you don't get the credit, or when you don't get anything in return, then that's very disappointing, also demotivating. So anyways, I don't want to go into it. I don't want to exaggerate it, but you know what I mean. So just be proactive, and before saying yes to things, just be aware of how much you are taking on, and what's the best way. On the other hand, the other option is not having any expectations. Like if you have disappointments happens because of our own expectations. Again, it has to do with where you are, who you are with, and when it comes to personal relationships, or whether it's professional relationships, your career. So yes, when it comes to our professional life, of course expectations will be there, like where whatever it is that we are putting in, we want some kind of results. Otherwise it's very demotivating. And so yeah, just be aware of that. The reason why I am talking about this is because you have Five of Swords in the future position, immediate future, and just next to it is Three of Swords. So yes, this is the energy of frustration, disappointments, conflicts, things like that. And yes, here this is where that might show up in the way you are in your communications, your communication style. And yes, so on the other hand, this is also where you are walking away. You are walking away from situations, conversations, environment that's not helping you anymore. So that's nice. All right. And so final outcome card is Judgment. This is freedom. So, freedom from all these things, Leo. Not sure what exactly, again. I don't know. Freedom from, it could be emotional attachments. It could be whatever it is that you are holding on to, like past resentments, frustration, disappointments, things like that. So, this is where it's going away. This is where you are seeing things from a different perspective, seeing things from a different angle. It could be that it may have something to do with a spiritual practice you are taking up, or it could be you coming across some new information, a new door is opening for you, a new opportunity, and things are changing. So judgment here has to do with releasing our own judgments. Yeah, the way our perceptions, we all live in a world of our own making. So our world is all about our own ideas, beliefs, yeah, the our perspectives, things like that. So, and it has to do with our own past experiences, what we have picked up a long time ago, things like that. So this is where it could be that you are letting it go, whatever the case may be. And yeah, releasing judgments. This is also forgiveness, forgiving yourself, forgiving others, freedom. So, what does freedom mean for you? So, this is a general reading for you personally. Uh, so, something to ask yourself. So, this card here has to do with letting go, release, freedom. And so what does that mean for you? So that's where the change is happening. Okay. And Wheel of Fortune has to do with change. For some, this also has to do with a move. It could be that you are changing homes, relocation, travel is also coming through. On the, so moon card, this is the month where you don't want to get distracted by what's happening internally, externally, because there are things happening, and but you want to stay focused on what's important for you. Do not lose your focus, you know. So don't let anything influence your own choices and decisions. Instead, you want to stay focused on what's important for you. And this is also the month where you don't want to go by people's promises, their suggestions, their advices. Instead, you want to trust your own intuition, you want to trust your own judgments, you want to trust yourself, Leo. Okay. um, yes, because you know better. The moon here has to do with your own intuition. This is where you are seeing something in a totally different light. It could be the circumstances that you are coming across, it could be relationships, people in your life, or it could also be your challenges, your experiences, what is possible for you. You are seeing things in a new light, and also do remember certain things are not as they seem. So that discernment needs to happen, because we see what we want to see, but now we also have to question our own perceptions, our own judgments. And that's what's happening here. You're rising above your own emotions so you can see things more clearly. So keep the bigger picture in mind. Yeah, see the bigger picture. Don't take the bait, is what I want to say. Do not take the bait. That presence of mind is needed so you don't fall prey to what's happening. So yes, judgment. Your intuition is very strong because the moon card is in the center of the reading, and you also have Wheel of Fortune, and then this is your birthday month. So this has to do with high sensitivity, psychic awareness, intuition. Something to do with a Cancer in your life. So you have Queen of Cups and also Moon. Moon is ruled by Cancer, and Queen of Cups is Cancer energy. And this is your card, and Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Sagittarius energy. So it could be that these signs are in your chart. Self-care is extremely important this month. Okay, advice card for the month is Page of Wands. Page of Wands in the advice position is all about staying more, uh, you know, um, coming from that place of playfulness. That is the challenge this month. That is the challenge, Leo. Because you have Moon, you have Wheel of Fortune, and all these cards here. So how can you stay like peaceful, playful is the question here. So yeah, this is also looks like something new is on the horizon, and this is where you are excited about beginning something new. A new beginning is happening for you. But yeah, the card is reminding you, be spontaneous, be more playful, and yes, something to do with your creative projects. It could be that you are coming across new creative ideas, in a spark of inspiration. You are inspired to begin something new here, inspired to take some action towards something. So, yeah, honor that feeling. So, trust yourself. And this is where you are taking being brave, Yes, despite the fear, despite the uncertainty, you are still moving forward. So, strength, inner strength is what that energy is all about. On the other hand, this is also the month when um, ask for help when you need it. Okay, so sometimes what happens is we tend to put up a brave front, um, and we just go through the the days as if and pretend everything is okay, but it's important you get the help you need. um, it doesn't mean like, if I'm not saying you are going through something major or something like anything like that, but if there is something like um, challenging in the sense, like if there is any confusion, or if you want to clarify your own thoughts, things like that, maybe speaking to someone will help. And you want to only talk to somebody you trust, because so you can get the right guidance, otherwise you don't want to get affected by other people's fears. Yeah, don't sometimes it all depends upon who we are talking to, and what kind of suggestions you are getting, because they might come from their own fears and past experiences and things like that. So you also want to make sure that this is whatever they are talking about is something that's going to be helpful for you or not. So the decision has to be yours at the end of the day. So what I'm talking about is counseling, therapy, things like that. So it's not about, there is this misconception that whoever goes to therapist or a counselor, they have some kind of illness, but that is this the the world where we are living in now. Everybody needs someone to talk to, we all need we all it would be helpful to have it would be helpful to see things from another perspective, because when we look at things, when we look at something, we only see things from one angle, but maybe we won't know like what's going on the other side, so it's important to see the bigger picture, see things from different angles. So talking to someone always helps. But at the same time, we also want to make sure that we are talking to the right people who can give us an unbiased opinion. So the advice for the month of August is be spontaneous, be playful, and have the faith. Keep the trust yourself, be confident, and look at things from a fresh perspective is what this energy is about. And that, yeah, so this is very different from these energies here, so that will be a challenge for some of you. So but take it as an adventure, take it you because you got this, because you are coming from that place of inner strength and courage. So you got this. So what's happening in the sky in August? So uh, mm, mm, mm. All right, in August, on the 6th of August, first of all, in August, we will be in the energy of star. So star energy in tarot represents calm, peace, release. It also has to do with our purpose in life, our north star, our direction in life. And that's what I'm seeing with Page of Wands. This being your advice card, this is like, it feels like you are being guided in the right direction, Leo. You are making the right decisions, you are making the right choices. And with the star card, this is a new vision, a new beginning, You are releasing something because this is youthful energy. So it tells me that you are releasing something. It could be health related, maybe you are healing, or it could be that you are making time for self care. So recovery is what that energy is. So yes, releasing and creating the space for something new. And this is also where you are staying more positive, optimistic, and enthusiastic for the days ahead. You are looking forward to what's coming your way. So, and you are also receiving a lot of new ideas. So, it could be because you are making that time for self care, so you are receiving new insights, new ideas, and this energy is reminding you you want to act on them. Don't keep it to yourself, but this is where you are asked to share. And three of swords in the environment, it could be, if this is your energy, Leo, this is where you are tempted to isolate yourself. This is where you just want to hide and you don't want to share, you don't want to connect with anyone, you just want to stay home and do nothing and things like that. But the advice card is Page of Wands. Page of Wands is a card of playfulness, spontaneity, optimism, and sharing whatever new insights you are getting, you want to share. It could be social media, maybe someone else who is going through something similar may benefit from your learnings. So you won't know, so it's important to, yeah, I mean, or it could be, if not social media, if you are not comfortable doing that, then it could also be someone you are meeting, like a stranger you are meeting, and if you are having a conversation, it could also be about sharing something that you are coming across. Maybe you will get some new insights. Maybe they will say something which will be really helpful, or it could be your friends, family, whoever is around. Writing may help, so that is also something you might want to, if you don't, yeah, like if you want to do that, writing. Okay, so on the, yeah, star energy, and this star energy may also have something to do with digital cleansing. Maybe that's what's happening here with Three of Swords. It could be that you are staying away from social media, social circle, so you can take care of yourself, because you have the moon card here as well. So it could be, especially if you are feeling sensitive, then this is where you are staying away from the limelight, so you can take care of yourself. Yeah, digital cleansing, or it could be cleaning up your emails, junk mails, all those folders. For something to do with friendships, people you hang out with, conversations that you don't want to be a part of anymore, environments, things like that. So people, places, things, goals, something that is not you, something that doesn't connect with you anymore, you are keeping your distance. So on the 6th of August, we have Mars moves into the sign of Libra. So Libra has to do with relationships, balance. So this month is also about creating some kind of balance in your life, Leo. So that is one area you want to focus on. How can you make some time for you? So it could be work-life balance. It could be reciprocity in relationships is also something that's important. So that's where the conflict is happening, and maybe you are saying no to things, or it could also be balancing our perspectives, meaning seeing things from both perspective, like both parties' perspectives. That's what Libra is about. Libra energy is about seeing, you know, seeing things from both sides. Or for some, it could also be like, for instance, if you are coming across something challenging, this is also where you are also aware of what you are blessed with, what you are grateful for. So that also help us create that sense of balance, so we are not getting carried away in the emotional waters. So something like that. So that's happening on the 6th of August. And then a full moon. Um, so Mars entering in Leo in Libra is all about taking some initiatives. Mars energy has to do with action, or very action oriented card. Aggression is also what that's all about. So just be aware of that. So something Mars in Libra is about relationships. Um, so just be mindful of that energy. And then on the 9th of August, we have full moon happening in the sign of Aquarius. And Aquarius is collective energy, meaning it has to do with humanitarian efforts, working with others, and finding solutions together. Rising together is what that energy is all about. So, and you also have the moon card here, and so just be aware of what's happening around that time, because Five of Swords here has to do with competition, comparisons and things like that, and Aquarius energy has to do with togetherness. So that's a challenge. Like how can we work in a group but still hold on to our own individuality, our own individual expressions? How can we be in a group but um, not lose ourselves? When I said group, it could be relationships, it could be a group environment, community, things like that. So how can be in the midst of um, this without losing ourselves? So yeah, this is about taking charge, being in control and not getting carried away. So just that is something to be um, conscious of this month. So yeah, full moon in Aquarius, and Aquarius is your opposite sign, by the way. Your sign, Leo, your sign is about self, and that's what I'm seeing here. Uh, and Aquarius is about the collective. So how can we find that balance? Is what the challenge is. Maybe that's what some of you guys are coming across, because this is where you just want to be in your own space, do your own thing. And it could also be that you have some ideas, and maybe others are not on the same page as you are. So that can lead to some personality clashes, some disappointments, or it also has to do with your own values and principles. So, and if you don't, you have standards, Leo. And if you are not getting that back, then you will feel disappointed. So it has to do with expectations, like I said in the beginning. And yeah, so know how you want to navigate that situation. And reciprocity in your relationships is also something that's coming through. So whatever it is that you are giving, if you are not getting the same energy back, then that will also be a little bit frustrating. So all right, and that is also, the full moon is happening in Aquarius on the 9th of August, and then Mars in Libra opposes Saturn and Neptune in Aries. Yes, that is also is going to be a little bit challenging. Saturn and Neptune, both planets are in Aries now, and Mars is the ruling planet of Aries, and it's in Libra now. So that can lead to again some conflicts, some clashes there. So know what, but this is where you are just staying away from the drama. So avoid drama, Leo. That's what I want to say. Yeah, this could also be you coming across some power struggles, control issues, things like that. So just be mindful of that. And then on the 11th of August, we have Mercury going direct. Okay, so Mercury is Yeah, Mercury is going retrograde this month on the 17th. I'm reading on the 11th. So 17th, Mercury is going retrograde. And Mercury is a planet of communication, technology, travel, information, mind, thoughts, things like that. And retrograde motion is about going back, slow. So this is a period when we may come across some slowdowns, delays, setbacks, misunderstandings, miscommunication, travel issues, plans getting cancelled, things like that. So, but on the 11th of August, so some part of August, we will still be in the retrograde, and 11th of August is when the Mercury is going direct. However, the shadow periods will only end, uh, 2 weeks. Yeah, I would say sometime around third week of August. No, not third week, sorry. Yeah, third or fourth week of August is when the shadow period is going to end. So just be aware of this, because this could be some miscommunication, some misunderstandings happening, or if you have travel plans, just be proactive, because certain things might happen and you might have to reschedule, postpone, prepone, cancel altogether, things like that. And yes, uh, so it's all about having patience, taking it easy, because there is nothing we can do about it. This is not in our control. So it's important to just take it easy and remain flexible, is what I want to say. um, okay, so that's happening on the 11th. And that is also the day when Saturn sextiles Uranus. So that's lovely energy, by the way, for a change. Saturn is a planet of, you know, karma. And I do see karma here for you. Wheel of Fortune has to do with destiny, karmic patterns, karmic relationships. So this is about, this is reminding you. So this is also retrograde energy, Leo. So it could be that you might come across some situations that you had to deal with, similar situations that you had to deal with in the past. You might connect with people from the past. So yeah, both these energies here has something to do with past experiences. So when I said past, it could be past in this lifetime, or it could also be past life connections, or it could also be old fears and things like that, emotional stuff. Um, yeah, feminine energy is what this is about, and this is masculine energy. So it could be that you are something to do with balancing your energies is important. So something like that actually came through in your weekly readings. Now I remember. It said something like, for nurturing your own feminine side. And that's what I'm seeing here with Queen of Cups. Focusing and nurturing your own feminine side. So, feminine is all about creativity, spirituality. It's also about rest, and self care, nurturing, nourishing. Um, what we it all something to do with food is also what it's about, and how we cook our food, and what kind of thoughts we are entertaining, things like that. So yeah, that is something to be conscious of, what kind of energy you are in. So it's about like taking breaks throughout the day to connect with your own body, your mind, to understand where you are, what's happening. So you can then switch it. If it's not something that you want to feel, then it's about then switching it and turning your own inner sun. Your sign is ruled by the sun. Sun is about light. So when you don't see it, when it's a cloudy day, you want to know that that is still available for you, you know. So you just want to turn on that inner sun. This is moon, um, and this is sun. Wow. Strength is ruled by the sun, and in the center of the reading you have moon. So this is where I was talking about. This is in the subconscious, Leo. So this is where you are turning on the inner sun. Amazing. Wow. I just noticed that. So yeah, balancing your masculine and the feminine energies this month is important. And you, okay, so masculine is all about drive, passion, very action oriented card, controlling, achieving, accomplishing, you know, things like that. This is important. I'm not saying that is a bad, you know, trait or anything like that. That is important. However, we also want to nurture our creative side, our spiritual side. We also want to take care of ourselves, be in touch with our own body to understand how we are feeling inside, so we can fill our own cup, so we have energy to take care of our responsibilities, you know. So otherwise we will feel you know, tired, frustrated, disappointed, things like that. Okay. Yeah, Saturn sextiles Uranus, and Uranus is a planet of unconventional thinking, very revolutionary. Yeah, that's what I'm seeing here with the Page of Wands for you. So this is where you are coming across some new ideas, and so, and that's, so this is Page of Wands and this is King of Wands. So what I'm seeing is growth. So this is where you are taking action, you know, and you are taking some initiatives, and you are making some progress, quick progress. On the 22nd of August, Sun moves into Virgo. Now, so we will be in Virgo season. Virgo has to do with it's an earth sign, so Virgo has to do with being more practical about things, and staying more organized, things like that. And that's when this energy will shift. If this is how you are feeling most part of August, like for instance, it could be like this is procrastination, it could be complacency, it could be something to do with your health, choices that you are making, some, you know, food and things like that. With when Sun moves into Virgo, we will see the shift, because your sign is fire sign and Virgo is earth, you know, balance, grounded energy. So Virgo energy also has to do with being more careful of what we are eating, you know, our health, staying more organized in our everyday life. Our, it could be our space, our home, or it could be our documents, you know, making that appointment with our doctor, things like that. So we will pay more attention to these things around that time. So that's happening on the 22nd. And on the 23rd, we have the new moon in Virgo. Again, new moon has to do with new beginnings. And Pluto sextile Saturn plus Neptune. And this has to do with, oh, I can't see. So this has to do with a new consciousness. And that's what I'm seeing with Judgment card. So with the Judgment and the Moon card, this is where you are acutely aware of what's happening internally, you know, your own emotional nature and your emotional connections, your emotional responses to situations and things like that. And with Pluto forming a favorable connection with Saturn and Neptune, this is the time when we will come across some new ideas, new insights, a revelation. We will suddenly realize certain things. You know, that's what I'm seeing here with both these cards. This is where whatever it is that you have been worrying about, if there is anything at all, challenge, some difficult situations, this is where it's going away. This is where you are finally telling yourself, this is a breakthrough moment, Leo. This is where you are finally telling yourself, okay, you know that, you know what, I'm done with it. I'm no longer, you know, I don't want to be a part of it anymore. And this is also you connecting with someone, Judgment. It could be you learning new things, learning a new skill, or it could be you connecting with a teacher, some kind of spiritual practice, you joining a new group, um, exchanging ideas, connecting with others, things like that. Or for some, it could be travel, it could be you changing homes and things like that. So, yes, you will hear from someone. Okay, on the 25th of August, we have Venus moving into your sign. Yay! So, Venus is a planet of um, abundance, prosperity, love. She's about beauty and romance and, everything nice. Venus is also feminine energy. And in your sign, Venus is all about um, self-expression, authentic self-expression. So let me tell you, I totally forgot, Mercury retrograde is happening in your sign, Leo, and your sign is all about authenticity, being real, being childlike expression. That's what your energy is about. And because of this retrograde, you might feel like you can't be you, that you might feel like you are being held back in some way. You will feel more restricted. However, when the retrograde ends, you will feel the shift. Okay, you will come out of that energy. That's what I'm seeing here. So this is you suddenly feeling a big relief, like a heavy, some kind of heavy stuff is gone now. So the burden is gone. So this is where things are feeling more lighter. And with Venus moving into your sign, you will feel amazing. So again, something to do with your romantic connections. If you are looking for love, then this is also where you are taking that initiative and reaching out to that person. In your existing relationship, this would be you openly communicating how you are feeling about things, having a heart to heart, and finding solutions, things like that. And this is also the time when you will take care of yourself. If there have been something, this is also the time maybe you will be thinking about taking a break, just going away, take care of yourself, going to a spa, making an appointment with your um, uh, massage place, something like that. So taking care of yourself, by treating yourself to something nice and beautiful. And on the 28th of August, we have Uranus sextiles Neptune. Okay, so that's also lovely energy coming through. This is about, again, you might come across some new ideas. Again, Uranus is all about unconventional ideas, thinking outside the box. And that's exactly what I'm seeing here with the judgment, thinking outside the box. This is where you are coming out of that box. So it could be group thinking, it could be you again seeing, keeping an open mind, staying open to different way of doing things, different perspectives, exploring new way of doing things, trying something new and different, things like that. So that's nice. So that's happening on the end of August 28th. Yeah. So that's what's happening in the sky. Now let's see what's coming through on the oracle cards. Also, Leo, I just noticed something. So, because strength is in your subconscious, and it's like there is something that you are coming across which is emotionally a little bit challenging. And with the strength in the subconscious, what I'm getting is there is a tendency to internalize, you know. So that is not good for our health when we don't channel it in a constructive way. So again, like I said, you might want to like find some kind of outlet, so you can just release. So maybe that could be the reason why Page of Wands showed up for your advice position. So this is reminding you, do you want to find some kind of creative outlet, so you can release whatever it is that you are internalizing, what you have been holding, what you are holding on to. So that is important. And this is, I do see a release here, but just be aware of that. Okay, so it could be talking it out, it could be through your art, it could be some kind of like, physical exercise. So it's important you don't keep it in your body. And self judgments is also something that's coming through. So five of swords here may have something to do with comparisons, you comparing yourself with whatever, so yeah, that can lead to if for some it could be like self judgment, you questioning yourself and doubting yourself, asking yourself questions and things like that. So just know discernment is important. Sometimes it has to do with our own perceptions, the way we see ourselves, but this is reminding you to stay focused on your strengths, because when we pay too much attention to this, something to do with personal growth, those who are on a personal growth journey, they are always like, we tend to focus on what needs to be changed and fixed, right? And we sometimes ignore our own strengths, what we are good at, because we take it for granted. Then we are only focusing on what is not going well, so just be aware of that. You also want to celebrate your wins, because there are several things happens during the day. Sometimes we just kick them to the side, we don't give ourselves credit, but when something goes wrong, that's where the entire focus is, and we beat ourselves down, and we things like that. So that is something to be mindful of. It's important to focus on your own strengths, and remember to do that like throughout the day. And too much sitting is also coming through, Leo, here with Nine of Cups. It could be that yeah, too much sitting. So some kind of physical activities, movement is necessary. So it could be, remember to stretch your body, just go out for a walk or something like that throughout the day. So it's not affect, so you don't want to let it affect your health, your heart. But if there is something, just know what you can do to make sure that you are okay. A karmic release is also what this energy is, judgment, and this is some kind of like karmic patterns. When I said karmic relationship, what this has something to do with our those relationship that affect us, who that has the power to affect us in some way, also our triggers. Yeah, this is Queen of Cups energy, is where you are focusing on your own like internal, what's happening internally. It could be you being aware of your own triggers, emotional nature, things like that. So when we are aware, then we won't let it influence our choices and decisions, Yeah, a karmic release. So it could be again people, places, things, goals, or beliefs, ideas, um, that have served its purpose. It maybe doesn't resonate with you anymore. So this is where you are releasing them. Spirit, please give us a message for Leos. What do we need to know? What do we need to be aware of? Leos. Leo, Sun, Moon and Rising. Leo. Leo, the message is polite declaration. Yes. Five of Swords. Yes, this is where this month you might have to say no to things. and you might have to stay away from you know things that are not good for you. This is not about uh, yeah, you have to be assertive, Leo. So be more assertive and do what's best for you. So yeah, sometimes we have to think about ourselves too, right? So number 19 is, wow, number 19 is a sun card in tarot, and strength is ruled by the sun, and your sign is ruled by the sun. So August is the month where you are in your elements. It's all about you. So let me read this out to you. You know what? Doesn't it look like a crab? So I told you something to do with Cancer, and that's what this energy is, and also the moon. And Cancer is represented by the crab, and that's you, what you are getting. It could be that you are born on a cusp or something like that. Maybe, yeah, Cancer energy is also affecting you in some way. So the message is, you can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It's time for you to get out there. Wow. It's time to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. Yes. No more settling. Assert yourself, be bold, and look after yourself. I told you, sometimes we have to think about ourselves. This is where you are doing what's best for you. Okay, let me read it out, read it from the beginning just one more time, because this is powerful message. You can move in whatever direction you need to accomplish your goals. It's time for you to get out there, claim what is yours, and stay in your power. Assert yourself, be bold, and look after yourself. Be confident when expressing your needs and desires, otherwise, you will not get your way. You need to have faith in yourself and fundamentally know who you are and what you stand for. When you champion yourself, it's important that you communicate your positive and negative feelings in a respectful manner. It's essential to speak your needs but not leave the other person feeling diminished or fearful. Make sure you are clear about what your needs or wants are in this exchange. Your needs, wants, and goals are no less valid than those of others. Reflect on how you address communication. Have you been putting your needs second, trying to please someone else? Assert yourself, raise your voice, and enhance the respect in your relationships. Crabs can move in all directions, backward, forwards, and sideways. This animal will help you choose the action best for the moment. Sometimes lateral movement is better than no movement. Trust the direction you are guided to take. Try something different. It's important to be balanced and continue to move as you progress to your next phase. So these are the things that we already spoke about. So I told you some kind of movement is needed. So it may have something to do with physical exercise, because too much sitting is not good for our heart. I'm sure you already know that. Just a reminder. And for some it could also be about some kind of decisions that you have to make. If you are still sitting on it, can't make up your mind, this is the month where you are asked to um, you know make a decision. On the other hand, if this is something that you are trying to begin, Leo, and if you don't know like how to proceed, what the next step is, maybe the energy is reminding you, do what you can today. You don't have to figure out the entire path. Moon card. So you don't have to, your path is lit. you know So what this card is telling me is like you don't have to figure out the entire path. Instead, ask yourself, what is it that I can do today in this moment? So it could just mean writing down your plans, writing down your intentions. What is it that you want to experience? Things like that. So that is the first step. So that's what's happening here. And when you take that first step, the you know new doors will open for you. You will come across some new information. You will meet the new some you will form new connections. You will come across some new opportunities. So it's about taking initiatives and doing whatever it is that we can. So regardless of whatever it is that you want to begin, moon here, yes, there will always be uncertainties. Whenever we want to begin something, there will be fear, there will be doubts, there will be uncertainties and things like that. But the energy is reminding you, despite whatever is happening, still you take that first step, and move forward. This is progress. This is forward momentum. Yes, in when it comes to your communication, yes, we are in retrograde and it's happening in your sign, so you might come across some challenges. But then the card is also reminding you, assert yourself, be assertive. But yes, you might disappoint some people. When we stand, when we ask for what we need, and when we do what's best for us, some people will get disappointed. But it is what it is. So, but remember, this is where you are not, trying to please anybody. This is where you are being straightforward and you are asking for what you want. So it could be our interpersonal relationships, but it could also mean when you are dealing with a service provider, when you are dealing with a vendor, if you are coming across the people you are working together with, like for instance, if you are building a business, if you are trying to it could be something that you are building. It's important to be clear about what you want and then communicate your expectations, your needs, your wants, and you don't want to get distracted by people's opinions and their suggestions. That happens when we are not clear about what we want. So yeah, that is also coming through here, so just be mindful of that. So Leo, that's what I have for you. I hope this was helpful. Please remember to watch the moon and the rising sign as well. And yes, if you want to book a personal reading, my email is in the description box below. Send me an email. Take good care of yourself, and I hope you have a wonderful month ahead. Happy birthday again. Take care. Bye bye.